Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I welcome you all in Flows Learning series. So in today's video, I'm gonna cover a third scenario. So this scenario is quite common in all Salesforce implementation. So you might come across with these business scenarios in your upcoming projects. So let's go and get started. So here a team is looking for automation. So the team could be sales, operation, or marketing team. They want to see count of related contacts on the account record. So it looks, simple, but this can be achieved through roll-up summary field, provided if the two objects are related to each other through master detail relationship. But account and contact object do not share master detail relationship. They share special kind of relationship, but you can say it is a lookup relationship, right? So through roll-up summary field, we cannot achieve this. So in order to do this automation, we have to go either for Salesforce trigger or Salesforce flow. So in ideal situation, always go for point and click tool option first. And if it is not possible through point and click tools, then you can go for Apex code. So that is the thumb rule for automation. So let's go and get started. So what is the pre-work needed for this automation? So we need a field of data type number on account object. So that will basically display the sum of related content. Let me jump onto my practice org, and I have already created field, custom field. So let me show you. So if I go on object manager, fields and relationship. So you can see field is there. So I have given the name of the field as number of contacts, and the number, it's a number type, and the default I have given the default setting. So uh, the length is 18 and there are no decimal places. Okay, so I just wanted to show you one thing. If we go on to uh, so roll up summary option onto the account object, so you will not see the option. So I'm just giving test on this one because I don't want to create a roll up summary field. So you don't have option to show roll up from the related contacts, only associated location, opportunities, and entitlements. You are looking into the summarize option. So if there is a requirement, then if you want to show up a number of related opportunities onto the account object, then we could have achieved this through roll-up summary field. But in case of content object, this is not possible. So let me go on to home and look for flows. So I will start with my flow. Click on new flow. So in our case, we have to build our flow with the record triggered flow because when con we want to trigger our flow when record is contact record is getting created or deleted, we want to update the count of the related contacts onto the uh, account object. So let's select this option, and we have to define what would be the start of our flow. So our trigger object would be contact object. So we have to build this flow when the record is getting created or deleted, because we want to increase the count uh, when the contact record is getting created for that account, and similarly when the record is getting deleted, we have to reduce the count. So in this flow, I'm just going with the create. Then in another flow, I will go with the delete option. So that's how you have to build it. So record is created, so every time when the contact record is getting created, so basically that this trigger will calculate the related contacts and show up on the account object. Okay, so as there are no condition requirement, we want to trigger. So this is the option we have to select actions and related records. So as we have to update any record or perform action, like in our case, we want to update the related account record, right? So just save it, and I want to give the name of my flow. We are triggering our flow on the contact object, so it's always a good practice to start the flow with the name. So contact, and we are calculating related contacts on account. So let's delete this API name and just put the tab, and it will come automatically. So our we have given name for our flow contact, calculate related contacts on account. So the next step is to get the related contacts on this flow. So what we have to do, we have to get the get records element, and so get related related contact for the associated account, or the associated account or related account, right? So we need to get the context. So now we have to specify the uh, condition, otherwise it will fetch all the contexts, right? So we are interested in the account ID that is related to the account ID on which the flow has been triggered. So Salesforce flows has already created, record variable, global contact record variable. So we have to use that, and we have to specify the account ID that is associated with. Okay, account ID, here it is, account ID. So it will basically fetch those contacts that is related to the contact uh, which has triggered the flow, right? So this is the option we have to select, because we might get more than one record. So we have to store this in the collection. If we choose this option, all records, so the Salesforce flows will create collection variable. Okay, so this is the option we have to choose, all records. Okay, and save it. So now in order to iterate the collection variable, we have to use loop. So okay, let's look for the loop element. Okay, iterate over related contacts. So the collection variable is this is flows has already created a collection variable automatically for us, and we have to choose this option and specify the direction from iterating over the collection. So in most of the cases, like 95% cases, you will select first item to last item, and so we'll just go with this option, first item to last item, and click on save, and this is done. So for now, we'll be creating one new resource. So that will be a variable to store the count of the contacts. So I'll just say uh, contact count. So this is the name of the variable, that's it. And the data type of this variable will be number, because we'll be storing uh, the count of the contacts, and specify the default value as 0. So the default value for this variable will be 0. Okay, and click on done. Okay, now for each item we want to make some, we'll use the assignment operator. So assign value to contact count variable. So this is the, we are basically assigning the value to the contact count variable for each item. So let's see how it will work. So variable will be contact count equals, so we'll be adding 1. Okay, so basically for each count we'll be adding 1, and so whatever will be the number, so that number will basically store in the contact count after the last iteration. So suppose if there are four related contacts, so the contact count will have 4 after the last iteration, and after the last iteration we'll basically update the related account. So just save it and done. So after the last iteration we want to update the, we'll use the update operation, update record, and here we will specify update related account. Okay, so we'll use this option, specify conditions to identify records and set fields in individually. So we have to choose account object, as we are updating the related account object, and now we have to specify the filter condition. So we are interested in the account that are associated to that contact, right? So look for the account ID equals to the account ID that has triggered the flow. So look for the global contact record variable and select the account ID. Okay, that's it. And now we have to set the field values for the account records. So now we are interested in showing up the number of contacts, and the value that we want to assign is the contact count. So we are basically uh, setting the number of contacts with the contact count variable. So the contact count variable will hold the count uh, from the iteration, right? So after the last, so whatever be the number after last, it will have 1, 2, 3 depending on the related contacts, and it will assign to the number of contacts. So that's it, and so we are done with our flow. So this basically takes care of the new records. So but the count should decrease when we are when user is deleting the contact record. So we'll use that, we'll build that flow as well, but let's test this flow right now, and I'm activating this flow. Okay, our flow is activated. Now I'll go on to any contact record and look for the related contacts. Okay, so currently, if you see in the detail section of this contact record, the number of contact field is empty because we haven't created our contact record as of now, and it will not basically calculate for the existing record which are available in the market. It will start calculating from now onwards, right? So now, so I'm just creating this contact under this account and click on save. So I have created my contact under this account. So now the count should be 2 because it will calculate. Uh, you can see the count is 2. So now we have to, we have to build the flow when we are deleting the contact. So if I delete this contact, so the count should decrease by 1. So but it will not work because we haven't built a flow for the delete option, right? So what I will do, I will use this flow and use save as and click a new flow. Okay, so contact, I will give the same option, related, calculate, related contacts on account, and so I'll use deletion or delete, just give delete. Okay, so this will basically work on the delete. Okay, so what are the changes that we have to do in this flow? So our start is activating, so we have to edit the start. So in our last flow, we are basically triggering our flow when the contact record is creating. So in this case, when the record is deleting. Okay, so option is selected. No entry conditions are required. Okay, save and close it and get related contacts. So what changes we need to be done? It's to be done here. So let's see. Okay, so we are basically, telling Salesforce uh, or flows get the contact that is associated, get all the contacts, get all the contacts that is associated with the account ID that has triggered the flow. And since we are deleting one contact record, then we have to specify, we have to basically exclude from the get records. So what we can do, ID not does not equal to the does not equal to the ID which has triggered the flow. So we have to basically exclude the option of the deleted record. Okay, so what we are saying to the Salesforce here, or to the system, so get all the contact records whose account ID is associated with the contact record whose on which the flow has been triggered, and also exclude the ID which is deleted. Okay, so does not equal to the record ID which is deleted. Okay, save it. Okay, so and no more changes are required. So we will just keep the assignment as is and the update operation as is. That's it. So we'll activate it and we'll test the flow that we have built for that delete option. So I'll just refresh this page. Okay, I'll go on to the related contacts and delete the record that I have created earlier. So let's delete this one. So the count should decrease by 1. Okay, let's go and check. the count. Okay, you can see the number of contacts is showing one. So our flow is working properly uh, for addition as well as for subtraction. So subtraction is is happening when we are deleting the contacts, and addition is happening when we are creating contacts, right? So please let me know if you have any question or any feedback. So I have given example for accounts and contacts. So, but in real scenario, you will be creating some custom objects, and where where there is a requirement to show maximum, minimum, sum, or you can do whatever operation that are possible through roll up summary field. So I will take more examples on the roll up summary field and what different operations. So this is one of the operation that we can perform. So I will take example of sum, min, max as well in upcoming videos. So please let me know if you have any doubts or any confusion. So I'll be happy to answer your question. Thank you.